Date with a Plate. And it is late, but come on in because I am going live. Of course, I'm going live on this channel, Date with a Plate Live. And then I am going live on my parenting channel, which is Regina Long with Not So Perfect Parenting. So I am super late today because we just got back from, I wouldn't say an event, but kind of like a men's panel at a church. So um, this group that some pastors founded, it's a couples group, and so we um, they have like a Bible study for us on the fourth Wednesdays, and they have a prayer and conversation call on Friday. So if you're a married couple or you're engaged or anything like that, and you're looking for something like that, you can reach out, and I'll have the pastors give you the information to get inside of the couples group because it is really helping us. Like a lot of couples are being helped because the pastors have a really good heart, and they're very transparent. They just talk to people and love on people, and they understand marriage, and they understand sometimes you can have conflicts, and you need to have a community to kind of get you back on track. And tonight was a men's panel, and we heard from the men and their perspective on things, and it was just wonderful. So y'all come on in. I see there's a person on here. Hello, how are you? Um, Loki is probably my son. How you doing, son? If it is you, thank you for watching. But again, like I said, I'm gonna jump on here and encourage us, and then I'm gonna jump on the other channel. So yeah, I was doing that. Before we jump into the topic, it is menu for or have the vision. We're going to talk about having a vision, and it's almost like writing a menu. So since this is a food channel, we're going to talk about how having a menu at a restaurant gives a restaurant or gives the customers direction. So you need to have a vision for your life. Sitting down at this event, even though it's not what we were talking about, for some reason I started thinking about vision and thinking about just things for our lives. And we had a conversation about just some young adults and people now in this life have really given up. A lot of us are hopeless and feel like we've messed up so bad that things aren't gonna kind of come to fruition. We've given up on hopes and dreams. Another reason why I just been thinking about vision is because a friend of mine, a really good, basically she's my best friend, and her and myself and another young lady, we went to a church service some years ago, and this guy was a very young preacher, and he was preaching just randomly, and then he gave a testimony about his life and about how he got saved. And just out of the blue, and I may have to play this for y'all one day, out of the blue, this man comes and says, these three mothers right here. Now this man don't know me. I ain't never seen this man in my life. I actually didn't go to that church. I was a part of their mother church. Like they had two locations, and I came up there, but I don't see these people. They don't know me, even the pastors that was there. And he was preaching at a revival, and he was telling his testimony, and then right through the middle of the testimony or at the end or something, and they sent me the video of it. He said, these are three praying mothers right here. And he said your kids are basically going to be fine, and he said it at a point where I wasn't too much struggling like about my kids and their direction and things like that, because it seemed to be okay, but I still knew where he was going with it, and he prophesied over all of us. He didn't know that we were mothers. He didn't know that we had children. He didn't know us from anything. So he had got that from God, and he prophesied. And my friend sent me that today, and I watched it, and I was like, this is amazing. We have to remember who we are. We have to remember that when God speaks words over our lives, no matter how hopeless the situation may seem, and I'm encouraging myself right now because some of my situations look hopeless. Some of the things that I felt like, okay, this shouldn't be like this. They're wrong, I feel like. So with that, I just wanted to get on here and encourage some people to follow your God-given dreams. It's not too late. You haven't messed up so bad that God has dumped those dreams off for someone else. So what we're going to do is, because this is a food channel, is everything food. When you have a menu in your hand, you go to a restaurant. So say for instance, if you go to a Mexican restaurant, and that's pretty much what they specialize in, you'll be baffled if it said something Mexican, La Viva. I don't know if that's Mexican or what. Let's just pretend it is. And you're like, I'm at La Viva restaurant, and they give you a menu with only Italian food. And you're like, now I had a taste for some Mexican, and they didn't gave me an Italian menu. Like, is this for real? You would be confused because it's not the blueprint and it's not the vision for that actual restaurant. That restaurant is supposed to be a Mexican restaurant. They got everything Hispanic, Mexican, whatever in there. They talk about tacos and stuff, burritos, whatever. And then you get it and it's like lasagna, spaghetti and meatballs. So with that, it kind of correlates to our life. If you're supposed to be over here doing this, you're not supposed to be over there doing that. It's messing up the blueprint of your life. This is one of the reasons why we depressed. This is one of the reasons why we in a mess. It's one of the reasons why we have anxiety. We over here doing this because it feels good. But we supposed to be over here and it don't feel very good and it's uncomfortable. And we have insecurities and we feel like we're not fit. But God wants us over here. But you over here in a Mexican restaurant, and you supposed to be in the Italian restaurant, or you in the Italian restaurant that's claiming to be a Mexican restaurant. So we got the scripture that I'm using tonight is Habakkuk. And it talks about writing the vision and making it plain. One of my favorite preachers is Mr. Jerry Savelle. I miss that man. I don't even know him. I don't know Mr. Jerry. I don't know his family or anything like that. I've watched them, but that was the favor man. That man has given me so much wisdom, so many little jewels and nuggets. I read The Favor of God, his book, numerous of times. And when I'm reading The Favor of God, I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I feel like the favor of God be on my life. I started reading it when I took a trip to Atlanta. And when I say things were, they're like, no, we're going to upgrade you. We're going to give you this. We're going to do this for you. I'm like, thank you. And I would tell them, that's the favor of God. They was giving me waters and stuff for free. The hotel was like, you know what? We don't accept cash, but I can't get this register open. Why don't you just take them? I'm like, it was so much stuff, so much favor. But going back to that, Jerry Savelle has a teaching where he tells you to write everything down. And it's the same message, write the vision and make it plain. If you don't have guidance in your life anymore and you feel like your life is coming to an end, you have nothing to live for, go back to your childhood. What did you want to be? It may be too late. Like for me, I wanted to be an attorney. I'm not going back to school for that unless somebody paying for it. But guess what? If that's what God wants me to do, is going to happen. It can. But now if it's not going to happen, what's the vision that he gave me years ago that I'm supposed to be doing? Go back to that. Don't start nothing else new. If God told you to open up a foster care service so y'all can help these kids, go back to that. Don't go over here and open up a basketball program because that ain't what he told you to do. If you are baffled and you don't know what you're supposed to do, go back to the first thing he told you to do. And when you go back to the first thing that God told you to do, you will start seeing that your assignments will start lining up. You'll start getting that hope back. A lot of times we're very hopeless because we don't have a vision for our life. A lot of times we're hopeless because we haven't lined up with God's word and what he told us to do. Is it going to be easy? Absolutely not. But you're depressed because you're not doing what you called to do. You over here in somebody else's business. You over here, you done gave up. Write the vision and make it plain like a menu and make it align. If you're a Mexican restaurant, your menu need to look Mexican. If you're an Italian restaurant, your menu need to look Italian. You can throw a burger in there every now and again and throw something that don't belong, but you really should be an Italian restaurant if that's what you're supposed to be. So write your vision. I want you to do it tonight. Go remember what God told you to do. Write your vision, make it plain, like a menu, and put that thing and write it every day if you have to until it starts becoming real for you. So, all right, I'm about to jump on my other channel. If y'all want to get some encouragement, it's Regina Long with Not So Perfect Parenting. And I'm going to go ahead and get off here because I just wanted to encourage you for a minute. But I'll be on here live every night. So catch me on here. I appreciate everybody that is watching. I am the real Gina B. Date with the plate. Only eat it if it's good.